Joining me. This is a created franchise on MLB The Show 20. It's PS4. It's basically the MCU actors on the team, created players on a team that has been wedged into the National League West. As you can see from the standings, they're currently 8-5. They're 2 games out of first place in the National League West, and it's time for us to get started. It's April 8th. So lost 2 out of 3 against Atlanta. Take a day off, and then start a 3-game set at home against the San Francisco Giants. Let's rock and roll. Play game. We are the home team. Classic Stadium, Crosley Field is the home team for the BRONX, for the MCU Avengers. Chris Pratt, Star-Lord, is the starting pitcher, and the lineup is good just the way it is. So we play Dungeons and Dragons on this channel. I live stream video games on this channel. Welcome. Please like the video. Please subscribe to the channel. Much appreciated. Here we go. Welcome to Major League Baseball as the San Francisco Giants visit the Hollywood Avengers at Crosley Field. On the mound for the Avengers is Chris Pratt, Star-Lord, making his 3rd start of the season. His record is 1-0 with a 6.75 earned run average. And he faces Tony Gwynn, hitting .255 with 6 RBIs. First pitch of the game. It's skied to center. War Machine is there. Don Cheadle makes the catch for the first out. Starting lineup for the Giants. Tony Gwynn led off. Chipper Jones is at 3rd. Jimmy Fox at 1st. Cal Ripken Jr. is at short. Brett Boone's at 2nd. Shane Victorino is in center. Eloy Jimenez is in left. Lourdes Gurriel Jr. is the designated hitter. And Shea Langoliers is behind the plate. Chipper Jones, .333 batting average, 3 RBIs. Steps in with 1 out. Pitch is high, ball 1. Avengers are 8-5. It's good for 3rd place in the National League West. That's Tom Holland, Spider-Man at 2nd base. Idris Elba, who's Hemidall, in the outfield. In there for strike 1. Count is even at 1 ball and 1 strikes on Chipper Jones. He hits it high and deep in the gap. War Machine is there. He does not make the catch. He could have, but he failed to make the catch. He's going to go for 3rd. Throw from the cutoff man is not in time. It is a 1-out triple from Chipper Jones. Oh, check that. They're calling it an error on the center fielder. 3-base error. Let's look at the replay. Saying it should have been caught. Yeah, I guess it was at the base of the wall. So next up is Jimmy Fox. He's hitting .267, 3 homers, 7 runs batted in. Runner at scoring position at 3rd base with less than 2 outs. Outside ball 1. And he pulls it foul. Count evens at 1 ball and 1 strike. High strike, but a strike nonetheless. The count is 1-2 on Fox. You can always tell those old-time ball players by the fact that they don't wear batting gloves when they step into the plate. And he fouls it off. Count remains 1-2. And he hits a hard, 1 step in, and it's going to go over his head. Idris Elba misplays it. It's going to be an RBI double for Jimmy Fox, and just like that, the visiting Giants take a 1-0 lead. It's 3rd double of the season. I don't know if you'll be able to tell from this replay, but He stepped in for a step and then backed off. By then it was too late to make the catch. So 1 down, runner in scoring position for the Iron Man, Chadwick Jr. hitting 200, 3 homers, 8 runs batted in for the Giants. In there for strike 1. Ground ball to the second baseman, Holland, who makes the throw to first. 2 down, runner moves to third base. Brett Boone, 229, 2 homers, 4 RBIs for the Giants. Steps in with 2 outs. And he lines it towards Idris, who, he makes an error on the play. And it's going to be another run for the San Francisco Giants. He's at second base. I don't know if that's a 2-base. Yes, it is a 2-base error. So the outfield makes 2 errors and 3 mistakes in the top of the first. Let's look at this replay. Oh, right off the heel of the glove. So it's 2-0 Giants. Shane Victorino, hot in his last 7 games. Overall, he's hitting .295. 1 homer, 4 RBIs. In there at the knees for strike 1. Maybe there's trouble with the lights, perhaps. Knuckleball floats in there high. Count is 1-1 on Victorino. Pulls the circle change foul, and the count is 1-2. And he skies it to center. Don Cheadle tracks it into the gap. He is there to make the catch and retire the side, but not before a host of errors and mishaps in the outfield lead to a San Francisco 2-run lead. Half an inning of play gone by. Hollywood Avengers are coming to that. Pitching for the Giants is Mike Minor, making his 3rd start of the season. He's 1-1, 13.50 earned run average. And leading off for the Avengers is Spider-Man. Tom Holland hitting .490 with a homer and 11 RBIs. And he pulls it down the line. It's going to roll into the left field corner. It's going to be a double to lead off the game for the Avengers. Spider-Man is at second with nobody out. His 6th double of the season. Here's the replay. Next up is Anthony Mackie hitting .333, 2 homers, 10 runs batted in. And he slices it in there for left field. He makes the turn at third. He's going to come home. It's an RBI single for the Falcon. As the lead is cut in half, it's San Francisco 2-1. Here's the replay. Boom. Anthony Mackie cut the check. So next up is Chadwick Boseman, hitting .405 with an 11-game hitting streak. And it's below the knees for ball 1. Giants have won only 3 of their first 13 games. They haven't done well in the division. Pitch out, nothing doing. Mackie, it was not on the move. Like I said before, Chadwick Boseman brings an 11-game hitting streak into this game. Another quick throw to first. He's back. Jamie Foxx slaps on the tag. Count is 2 balls and no strikes on T'Challa. Concerned with keeping them close. Chadwick fouls it off. The count is 2 balls and 1 strike on Black Panther. Swing and a miss, the inside fastball. Count evens at 2 balls and 2 strikes. So with no one out here in the bottom of the first, Mackie leads off first. Down and low, count is full. 3 balls, 2 strikes. No one out. Will the runner be in motion? I don't think so. Not with no one out. Here's the payoff pitch. And it's a line drive heading towards the gap, and it's going to fall for a single. And it's going to be first and third. With the aggressive base running first and third with nobody out still. A tying run, that's a 12-game hitting streak, obviously, for T'Challa. Wakanda forever, baby. There's the replay. Captain America himself, Chris Evans, batting a .194, but he does have 2 homers and 8 RBIs. The tying run is at third base. Pitch is outside for ball 1. Inside ball 2, he can't find the strike zone. He fouls off the changeup. Count is 2 balls and 1 strike on Evans. Evans is a switch hitter batting from the right side against the lefty minor. And he pulls the fastball foul. Count evens at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Runner at third, less than 2 outs. We are in the first inning. Just gets a piece of the knuckle curve to stay alive. So the score is San Francisco 2-1, but obviously the Avengers are challenging. Threatening, so to speak. Full count, 3 balls, 2 strikes, no one out. Runners lead off first and third. The Hulk is on deck, Mark Ruffalo. Here is the payoff pitch. Pulls it down the third base line, but it goes foul. And we'll do it again. And he jams him, and it may fall, we don't know. Yes, it does, it falls in there. And it's going to be a force out at second, so it's probably going to be a fielder's choice and an RBI. Because the game is tied, the runner at third came home. T'Challa did not know whether or not the second baseman was going to make the catch off the fly, so he had to hold up at first. So the force at second is out. So there's 1 out here in the inning. So I guess you could say it's the equivalent of an RBI ground out. Well, anyway, runner at first, Mark Ruffalo, 295, 1 homer, 8 runs batted in. He plays the Hulk in the Marvel Universe. Quick throw over to first. The captain is back. And he slashes it towards the outfield. Deep fly ball on the warning track. He makes the catch for the second out of the inning. Starting lineup for the Avengers, Tom Holland at second, Anthony Mackie at short, Chadwick Boseman at third, Chris Evans at catching, Mark Ruffalo is designated hitter. Robert Downey Jr. at first, Idris Elba in left, Dave Batista in right, and probably Don Cheadle in center. This is Robert Downey Jr. himself, Tony Stark. 2 outs in the first. And he pulls it foul. Strike 1. A little bit of a brain fart there when I was doing the starting lineup for the Avengers. I don't know what I was trying to say. Swinging and miss at the slider out in front. Count is quickly no balls and 2 strikes on Tony. Swinging and miss, strike 3, side retired, but the MCU comes back to tie the ball game. At the end of 1 inning of play, it's a brand new game. San Francisco 2, Avengers 2. Top of the second, San Francisco sends Eloy Jimenez to the plate. He's hitting .250. 2 homers, 5 runs batted in. Star-Lord deals. Swing and a miss at the fastball, strike 1. And the swings and misses at the knuckler. Count is 0-2 on Jimenez. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Good morning, good afternoon, and good night. That's the first strikeout of the game for Chris Pratt.
Batting it, the designated hitter, Lourdes Gurriel.
Lourdes Gurriel, $178, 1 homer, 3 runs batted in. Gurriel is up there with 1 out here in the top of the second. Just misses at the knees. Ball 1. And it is a hard line drive to center. And he almost misplays this one as well, but Don Cheadle adjusts himself mid-flight, makes the catch for the first out. He's a little shaky out there. Shea Langoliers hitting $163. He's obviously a part-time player. He has no RBIs or homers. And he pops him up in the infield. Tony Stark charges on the first base side in foul territory, makes the catch. 1-2-3 inning for Star-Lord. And an inning and a half, the game is still tied. Idris Elba steps to the plate hitting .357, 2 homers, 8 RBIs, carrying a 10-game hitting streak. He's up in the bottom of the second. Pitches high, ball 1. Idris Elba plays Hemidall in the Thor franchise. Checks his swing, but it's in there for strike 1. Count evens at 1 ball and 1 strike on Elba. Checks it, pitches low, 2-1. Three and 1, hitters count. Drax the Destroyer is on deck. And he hits it to short left field, towards the gap. And there is 1 away. Defense for San Francisco in the outfield from left to right. It's Jimenez, Victorino, and Tony Gwynn. And in the infield, Chipper Jones, Cal Ripken, Brett Boone, Jimmy Fox. And Shea Langoliers is catching behind the plate. So Dave Batista steps in play, .277, 3 homers, 8 RBIs. He takes ball 1.
Count 1-0.
He is in the Guardians of the Galaxy franchise and pulls it down the third base line and into the corner. And it's probably going to be a big turn. No, he's going for second. Here comes the throw. He is in time. So it is a double with 1 out here in the bottom of the second for Drax. Here's the replay. I thought the outfielder would get over there in enough time to hold him at first, but aggressive base running by Dave Batista. So Don Cheadle is up. Switch hitter, batting .222 with 6 RBIs. And he hits a line drive single. And he made the turn. He's coming home. Throw to the plate. Will be cut off. And it's an RBI single for Don Cheadle. And War Machine has given the MCU a 3-2 lead here in the bottom of the second. Let's see a replay. Come on. There we go. That's the 7th RBI of the season. Boom. Leadoff man Tom Holland, also known as Spider-Man, hit a double in the first. Quick throw to first. Cheadle's back in. War Machine gets a little dirty. So Tom Holland is probably hitting .500 on the season. He has been super hot. Pitch out, nothing doing on the bases. Count is 1-0 on Holland. Yep, .500 average. Plays second base for the Avengers. Again, another quick throw, slaps on the tag, but gets his hand in there. So it's 3-2 Avengers. 1 out here in the bottom of the second. Again, another throw to first. He is overly concerned with the base runner. Count is 1 ball, no strikes, 1 out. And he goes. Throw down to second is not in time. So all those throws over to first base meant absolutely nothing, as War Machine has a stolen base and he's in a scoring position now for Spider-Man with 1 down. Checks the swing. Count as 3 balls and no strikes. Will he have the green light with a runner in scoring position? No, he will not. And don't swing 3-0. Put the controller down. High strike for strike 1. Hitters count 3 balls and 1 strike on Tom. Slider backdoors him. Count goes full. 3 balls and 2 strikes here with 1 out. Cheadle leads off second. High ball 4, and Tom Holland walks. And there'll be runners at first and second with 1 out here in the bottom of the second. And the pitching coach comes out to have a word with Minor. Just wants to calm him down. So the Falcon steps up. He has an RBI single today already. He's in 347. Runners lead off first and second. Here's the pitch. And he drives it the other way and through. The runner will not advance. It'll be bases loaded with Avengers with 1 down. He's 2 for 2.
Number 22.
In 1 inning and a third, he has given up 6 hits already. 3 earned runs. So, it's not a good start tonight for Mike Minor. The bases are loaded for T'Challa. The late, great Chadwick Boseman. Inside ball 1, nowhere to put him. He's got to throw strikes. He's got his average up to 419 here in the 13th game of the season. It's still April. Line drive, base hit down the left field line into the corner. It rattles around. It's going to be a 2-run double and a 5-2 lead for the MCU. That's Chadwick Boseman's 3rd double of the season. Here's the replay. Rattles first pitch, knocks it down the line. Bounces off of the corner there and caromed in. Chris Evans is up with 2 runners in scoring position and 1 down. Bullpen is already active. Takes it high, but it's a strike. Chris Evans, they considered it a ground out and an RBI. Pitch is low, count evens at 1 ball and 1 strike on Captain America. And it hits him. So the bases are loaded again. With 1 down here in the bottom of the second.
Number 84.
Mark Ruffalo, the Hulk, flew out in the first. He's 0 for 1. He steps up again with the bases loaded. They already have a 3-run lead, looking to push it further. Inside corner, strike 1. Count is no balls and 1 strike on the Hulk. And he pulls it foul, and the count is quickly no balls and 2 strikes. He's got to get that runner home from third base at the very least. Runner at third and less than 2 outs. And he grounds it softly, second baseman, over to second for 1, back to first, in time, and he grounds into a 4-6-3 double play to retire the side. But at the end of 2 innings of play, they score 3 runs. And it's the Hollywood Avengers 5, the San Francisco Giants 2. So top of the third, Tony Gwynn steps in. He's 0 for 1.
The right fielder, Tony Gwynn.
In there, strike 1. Circle change, inside corner, strike 2. Just off the plate, inside, count is 1 ball and 2 strikes on Gwynn. 3,000 hit guy. Just fouls off the fastball, 96 on the radar gun. Count will remain 1 ball and 2 strikes. Pops him up in the infield. T'Challa is there. Chadwick Boseman makes the catch for the first out.
Now that third baseman,
Chipper Jones reached on an error, 3-base error in the first inning, but officially he's 0 for 1. At the knees, strike 1.
0-1's the count.
Grounds it deep in the hole, it's short. Falcon throws in time. There's 2 away. Nice play by Anthony Mackie.
Number 3,
Jimmy Fox has an RBI double. Steps up for his second plate appearance. Star-Lord deals.
Nope.
Just misses high. Ball 1. At the knees. Count evens at 1 ball and 1 strike. On Fox.
Nope.
Backs him off the plate, count is 2-1. There's 2 down here in the top of the 3rd. San Francisco trails 5-2. Swing and a miss. And there are 2 strikes, count is 2-2. Fouls off the fastball, 97 on the gun. Throws heat. And he flies off to center. Don Cheadle is there to make the catch and retire the side. So after 2.5 innings of baseball, it's still a 3-run lead for the Avengers. 5-2. Bottom of the 3rd. Robert Downey Jr. is 0 for 1. Iron Man steps up to the plate. Lefty versus lefty. Swings and misses at the pitch on the outside corner. Strike 1. Actually, way outside the strike zone. Check that. And he pulls it foul down the first base line. And the count goes 0-2 on Tony. This time he flies right to Tony Gwynn. It was a line drive, but it held up there for the outfielder. National League West, Arizona leads the division at 12-3. As you can see, the Avengers are 8-5, 3 games out. San Francisco is 3-10, 8 games out. Idris Elba flew out in the 2nd inning. He's 0 for 1. He steps up with 1 out here in the bottom of the 3rd. And it's a line drive. Oh, it drops in front. Wait, it looks like it's an error. Wait, he picks it up. That was a confusing graphic. He bobbled it momentarily, but oh, they're calling it an error. Wow. Strangeness happening in this game. I better save this game before it corrupts on me. Drax the Destroyer led off his first at-bat with a double. He's got a runner at first with 1 out. And he fouls off the changeup for strike 1. Dave Batista was a professional wrestler at one time in his career, WWE. Quick throw to first. He's back in. Elba. Checks his swing. It's outside. Count is even at 1 ball and 1 strike. Pulls it to the 3rd baseman, over to second for 1, back to first. A 5-4-3 round the horn double play, and the side is retired. So 3 innings of baseball are complete. It's the MCU 5, San Francisco 2. Top of the 4th. Cal Ripken Jr. is 0 for 1. The Iron Man played for the Baltimore Orioles. Fouls it back to the screen for strike 1. I would be honest with you, that looks nothing like Cal Ripken Jr. Well, maybe a little bit. I don't know. I don't think it looks that much like it. He tries to wait on that knuckleball that floats in, but still misses it, and the count is 0-2. Just misses outside. Count as 1 ball and 2 strikes. Swing and a miss, strike 3, and there's 1 down here in the top of the 4th. That's Chris Pratt's 2nd strikeout of the game.
Up next, the second baseman.
Lefty with a lot of power on that fastball. So, Brett Boone reached on an error in the 1st. I believe it was a 2-base error. Fouls off the 1st pitch, strike 1. Fouls it off, strike 2. And he lines it to left. Batista is there. Check that, right. Batista is there. He makes the catch for the 2nd out of the inning. Shane Victorino, the center fielder, flew out in the 1st. He's 0 for 1. He's up with 2 outs in the 4th. A little late on the fastball, strike 1. In there, strike 2.
No balls, 2 strikes.
The exception of that messy 1st inning, defensively and from the pitcher, Pratt has been on the money. Pops it up behind the plate towards the dugout, and it settles into the seats. And we'll do it again. Count is 0 and 2 on Victorino. Grounds it weakly to Tom Holland at 2nd. Fields, fires, and the side is retired. So it's still a 3-run ball game. The Avengers lead 5-2. Bottom of the 4th. Don Cheadle, War Machine, has an RBI single today. He steps up for his 2nd plate appearance against Mike Minor. Pitches at the knees, strike 1. Hard ground ball to the shortstop. Iron Man fires, and there's 1 away. Tom Holland. He has a double today. Inside, almost hits him. Count is 1 and 0. Holland has 11 runs batted in so far. This is his 13th game. Hits it high and deep. He's back at the track. It is Gonzo. That is Spider-Man's 2nd home run of the season, a solo shot, and it's a 6-3 ball game. Spider-Man, Spider-Man. Let's watch the replay. Didn't think it was going to go out. Boom. Boom. Hit it high and maybe got caught in the wind or something and just kept going. Anthony Mackie steps up. He's 2 for 2 today with an RBI. Inside corner, nope, off the plate, ball 1. Mackey's now hitting 360 on the season. High ball 2, count is 2 and 0. Mackie also has 11 RBIs, although I think it's safe to say that Tom Holland now has 12. Wow, high and tight, but they called it a strike. The count is 2 and 1 on Falcon. Line drive, base hit, and this one may go to the wall. He makes a big turn, and he's heading to 2nd, and I think he'll make it. Yes, he will. Because of the dimensions of this ballpark, that's a double. It's 3rd of the season. So now there's a runner in scoring position with 1 out here in the bottom of the 4th. He literally does not hesitate. Just runs the whole way. So he's seen enough. I believe that Gabe Kapler is the manager. I'm not really sure, but he's seen enough of Mike Minor today. Coming out of the bullpen for the Giants is Brian Abreu, making his 6th appearance of the season. He has no record as of yet. His ERA is terrible, 17.28. Talk about middle relief. So T'Challa is up with a runner at 2nd. He's 2 for 2 today with 2 RBIs. His batting average is up to, wait, throw to 2nd. Safe. That was a That was a close play at second. So, still no count. Curveball's in there for strike one. As I was saying, Chadwick's batting average is up to .432 on the season. Low ball, one count, evens at 1 ball and 1 strike on Black Panther. Fouls off the slider, count is 1-2. Mackie leads off second. Pitch is high, count evens at 2 balls and 2 strikes on Boseman. Swing and a miss, strike 3, and there's 2 down here. As Abreu gets out the first man he sees. Here's the replay.
Now batting, the catcher.
Just blew it past him, straight up. So, Chris Evans, who's a switch hitter, turns around and bats from the left side against the righty Abreu. And he just gets it in on his hands and skies it to center. Shane Victorino is there, makes the catch to retire the side, but not before Tom Holland, Spider-Man, hits a solo home run here in the bottom of the 4th to extend the Avengers lead. It's 6-2. Top of the 5th.
Leading off with 10 for
Jimenez struck out in the second. He's 0 for 1.
Eloy Jimenez.
In there, strike 1. He's 6 for his last 16. 375 average in his last handful of games. And he pulls it hard but foul. Count is 0-2. And he skies it to deep center, but War Machine is there in front of the warning track. He makes the catch for the first out.
Now batting, designated hitter.
Lourdes Gurriel Jr. lined out in the second inning. He's hitting only $174. He's up there with 1 out. And War Machine races over into the gap, the left center field gap, to make the catch, and there's 2 down. 2 quick outs here in the 5th.
Langolier.
Shane Langolier, 0 for 1, steps in. 2 down here in the 5th. Skies it towards the gap. Long run for Drax, but he makes the catch in right field for the final out. So he pitched 5 innings. He's given up 2 runs as of now. Chris Pratt has a 4-run lead, 6-2. Bottom of the 5th, Mark Ruffalo, also known as the Hulk, steps in. He is 0 for 2. There's a right-hander warming in the bullpen for the San Francisco Giants. He pulls the slider foul for strike 1. Low, ball 1. Count is 1 ball and 1 strike. Cooper Casad, whoever the hell that is right-hander warming in the bullpen for the Giants here at Crosley Field. Pulls it down the third base line, foul. Count is 1 ball and 2 strikes on Ruffalo. Outside, 2-2.
Next out, 2-2.
Full count, 3 balls, 2 strikes, nobody out here in the bottom of the 5th. 4-run ball game for the Avengers. Swing and a miss, and strike 3, and there's 1 down here in the 5th. RDJ, Tony Stark himself, 1 out in the 5th, steps in from the left side against the righty. Fouls it back to the screen for strike 1. Swing and a miss at
I
the
got the count. 0-2.
12-6 curve. Count is quickly no balls and 2 strikes on Tony. Outside ball 1, 1-2. The man who started it all, Robert Downey Jr. Did he check it?
What do you got?
Yes, he did. Count evens at 2 balls and 2 strikes on RDJ. There's 1 down here in the 5th. And he pulls the fastball foul. Count is 2 balls and 2 strikes. 1 out here in the bottom of the 5th. And he grounds it right at Iron Man Cal Ripken, who fires across for the 2nd out. There's 2 away.
Now batting. Number 63.
Idris Elba is 0 for 2 officially. He did reach on an error, but he's officially 0 for 2. Steps into 2 outs in the 5th.
Outside,
Checks the
that's
swing,
ball.
outside ball 1.
Whoa, that's down.
Pitch is low, ball 2. Count is 2 balls and no strikes on Hemidall. He's late on the fastball. Count is 2-1. Grounds it towards the 3rd baseman. Fields fires, and the side is retired. It is an official ball game, ladies and gentlemen. 5 innings complete. And the Avengers have the lead. It's 6-2. Tony Gwynn, Hall of Famer, 3,000 hit guy. He's 0 for 2 today. He played for the San Diego Padres during his real-life career. And he pulls it foul for strike 1. Grounds it up back through the box, up the middle, into center field. And it's the 2nd hit of the ball game for the Giants as they have the leadoff man hit on here in the top of the 6th. Here's the replay.
Chipper Jones.
Breaking ball, floated up there. So next up is Chipper Jones. Chipper Jones is 0 for 2. And he waits on the knuckler, but still hits it foul for strike 1. To second for 1. Back to first. Double play. What an amazing play by the Falcon.
The first baseman.
Let's look at the replay on that. Good job, Anthony Mackie. Come on, give us a replay. Here we go. First of all, he had to contend with T'Challa diving in his line of vision. Deep in the hole at short, he throws across his body for 1, over for double play. So there's 2 down. 2 down, bases empty. Jimmy Fox has an RBI double. He's 1 for 2 today. In there, strike 1. Just misses the corner. Count is 1 ball and 1 strike on Fox. He hits it high and deep towards the gap. He's at the wall. He makes a leap. It is gone. Jimmy Fox's home run number 4, a solo shot here in the 6th inning. And it's a 3-run ball game as they make it a little bit closer. It's Avengers 6-3. Here's the replay. Boom. Don tried to make a jump and play for it, but just beyond his reach. I don't know if he would have. I don't know if he was in good position for that, but whatever. Still a home run. So 6-3 here with 2 outs in the 6th. Cal Ripken is up.
Cal Ripken.
In there, strike 1.
0-1's the count.
Grounds it weakly to third. T'Challa charges, fires, and the side is retired. 6 innings of baseball. Well, check that. It's 5.5 complete, not 6. Middle of the 6th. Avengers lead 6-3. Bottom of the 6th. Drax the Destroyer has a double in today's game. 2 righties are warming up in the bullpen for the Giants.
Batista.
The bottom of the 6th. And he pops it up and back behind the plate. Catcher is there. Langoliers makes the catch for the first out.
Now batting. Number 10.
Don Cheadle is an RBI single today. He steps in from the left side. Switch hitter batting from the left against the righty Abreu. And he slaps it towards the outfield. It will drop in there. Big turn at first, but he decides to stay put. It is a single with 1 out for Don Cheadle, his second of the ball game.
The second baseman. Holland.
Tom Holland's 2 for 2 with a homer today. Steps up there for his 3rd plate appearance. And it's a line drive towards center field, and it's in there. It's going to be 1st and 3rd with 1 out. As Spider-Man gets his 3rd hit of the ball game. Here's the replay.
Now batting.
He is on fire.
Number 9.
Spider-Man, Spider-Man. Anthony Mackie steps up. He's 3 for 3 himself. His batting average is up to 373 in this young season. And he hits it deep enough for it to be a sacrifice fly. He makes the catch. The runner takes off. And it will be an RBI sacrifice fly for Anthony Mackie. And the score is now 7-3.
Now batting. Number 22.
Boseman, T'Challa, whoever you want to call him, the late great Black Panther, is 2 for 3. It's 2 outs here in the bottom of the 6th with a runner at first. Just gets a piece of the slider, strike 1. Swing and a miss, slider outside. Count is quickly no balls and 2 strikes on T'Challa. Low, ball 1 in the dirt, blocks nicely by Langoliers. No advance on the base paths. Count is 1 ball and 2 strikes on Boseman. Quick throw to first, he's back. It's crazy old stadiums where the bullpens used to be on the fields. You get killed with a line drive and not even know it's coming. Inside, high. Count evens at 2 balls and 2 strikes on Black Panther. Spider-Man leads off first. Pulls it, but right at the 3rd baseman. Fires over to second for the force to retire the side, but not before they get a run back. The end of 6 innings of play. It's the Avengers 7, the Giants 3. Top of the 7th. Jimmy Fox, Brett Boone, 0 for 2. Pratt is still out there for the 7th inning. He's only thrown 60 pitches. And he pops him up behind the plate in foul territory. Captain America is there. Catcher makes the catch for out number 1.
Now batting.
Shane Victorino's 0 for 2.
Victorino.
Breaking ball is low. Ball 1. Ball 2. Jams him with the fastball. Count is 2 balls and 1 strike on Victorino. Victorino in the 90s and 2000s, I don't think 90s, probably 2000s, played for the Philadelphia Phillies. I think he went to the World Series in 2008. Grounds it hard to the third base, first baseman. Tony Stark takes it himself, and there is 2 away. Pardon me. Eloy Jimenez, 0 for 2. Struck out, he flied out. It's up there with 2 outs here in the 7th. In there, strike 1.
0-1.
Fouls it back. Nice catch by the ball boy. No glove. Count is 0-2 on Jimenez. And he pulls it hard but foul. Count will remain 0-2. Pulls it foul again. Grounds it weakly to the third baseman. T'Challa throws across the diamond, and the side is retired. Get up and stretch, ladies and gentlemen. It is time for the 7th inning stretch. San Francisco is losing 7-3. Bottom of the 7th. Captain America's 0 for 2 today. Steps in. I think he has an RBI. Inside, off the plate, ball 1. Line drive right at the center fielder. Victorino makes the catch for the first out. Mark Ruffalo's open.
Nope, ball 1.
High, ball 1. Smashes it towards the gap, and it will one bounce up to against the wall. Will he hold? He's going to hold it first because they got that ball in there quick. Caromed off the wall, one hop. Mark Ruffalo doesn't have a lot of speed, so it's a long single. RDJ is up, 1 out here in the bottom of the 2nd. 7, he is 0 for 3. Pitches low, ball 1. Outside, ball 2. Count is 2 balls and no strikes on RDJ. Ruffalo leads off first. Just gets a piece of the fastball. Count is 2-1. Right at the knees, count evens at 2 balls and 2 strikes on Iron Man. Full count, 3 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Here in the bottom of the 7th, runner leads off first. Here's the payoff pitch. And he slashes it into the corner. It is into the seats. It's a ground rule double for Tony. It's his 3rd double of the season. Unfortunately, because it bounced into the seats, the runner has to stop at 3rd base. So it is 2nd and 3rd here with 1 out in the bottom of the 7th. Pitching change for San Francisco. Cooper Casad makes his 5th appearance out of the bullpen. His record is 1-0 with a 16.20 ERA. Ooh. So, Idris Elba is 0 for 3. He has 2 runners in scoring position with 1 out. Chance to drive in some runs, insurance. Checks the swing, it's low, ball 1. Idris has been successful so far in his young season with runners in scoring position, hitting well over 500. And he pulls it foul, strike 1. Count is 1 ball and 1 strike on Hemidall. And he pulls it towards the shortstop. It's going to be an RBI ground out, and the score is now 8-3. There's 2 down, runner at 2nd. Got the job done, bottom line. 2 righties warming up in the Giants bullpen. Dave Batista steps in, he's 1 for 3. And he pulls it, but right at the outfielder, who makes the catch to retire the side. So 7 innings complete, but they get another run and an RBI ground out by Idris Elba. It's a 5-run ball game as the Hollywood Avengers lead 8-3. Top of the 8th.
Leading off
Gurriel
the
Jr. steps in.
designated hitter.
Pratt is still out there, so it's time to go to the manager's office. Bullpen.
Gurriel.
5-run lead. Let's get Josh Brolin, warm him up, just in case. First pitch here in the top of the 8th is deep, fly ball to center. Long run for War Machine. Don Cheadle makes the catch, run away here in the 8th.
Now batting.
Shea Langolier is 0 for 2. He's hitting a $156.
Langolier.
And he hits a line drive base hit. Quick throw by... Oh, he almost got him at first. A little tongue-tied there. Hard line drive, slow runner at the base. 2 hops. Dave Batista threw to first, but it was not in time. So with 1 out, there's a runner at first base here in the top of the 8th. Tony Gwynn is 1 for 3, steps in. In there, strike 1. And he lines it the other way for a base hit. And he's going to make a strong throw to third to keep that runner from advancing. So, but it's still first and third. Check that. First and second with 1 out after the single by Tony Gwynn. So I think it's time for a mound visit. Manager, mound visit. So the confidence is high in Star-Lord. Chipper Jones is 0 for 3. Gives up a 3-run homer. No love loss. We'll see. I think we're going to leave him in. 1 more batter. Skies at the center, long run, and he does not make it. He throws to the plate. The runner does not advance, but it's the bases loaded. Now with 1 out.
The first baseman, number
6-game hitting streak for Chipper Jones.
5.
He just bloops it towards center. They have to play him deep, respect his power. Jimmy Fox, dangerous situation. The man who played Thanos in the Avengers Endgame is going to come in relief. So that'll be all. He's responsible for 3 runners on base. Pitching change. This could be a messy inning.
Your attention, please. Now,
Josh Brolin making his 5th appearance out of the bullpen. His ERA is 2.45. 3 2/3 innings pitched. It's a tough situation for any pitcher. Down and in, but strike 1.
0-1's the count.
And he's hits it foul for strike 2. Strike 3 looking. What was he looking for? And there's 2 out. Josh Brolin's first major league strikeout.
the batter, number 8.
They're all actors, they're not baseball players. So now Cal Ripken Jr., he has the bases loaded, but with 2 outs. His batting average is only 187 in the season. He's 0 for 3 today. Just off the plate outside, ball 1. Splitter's in there. Count is even at 1 ball and 1 strike. And he smashes it down the line, but it's in the seats. And they're 1 strike away from getting out of this jam. Strike 3 called. He does not like the call at all, but the side is retired and they leave the bases loaded. And after 7.5 innings of play, it's the Avengers 8, San Francisco 3. Bottom of the 8th, Nick Whitgren. Whitgren? I don't know. Who knows how his name is pronounced? 9th appearance. He's 0-1 on the season. ERA is 2.38, however. Pretty decent ERA. Don Cheadle is up. He's 2 for 3 today. Ground ball, base hit back through the box and into center field. And he leads off the bottom of the 8th with a single.
8. Second baseman.
Ground ball with eyes.
Holland.
Tom Holland has had a hell of a game. He's 3 for 3 with a homer. Oh, high and tight. You have to wonder. He's had a single, a double, a homer. He needs a triple in order to get the cycle. And he skies it towards the seats, but in foul territory, Tony Gwynn makes the catch for the first out. And he is retired for the first time today.
The batter, number 9.
Anthony Mackie is 3 for 3. He steps in from the left side against the righty Whitgren. Good throw to first to keep him close. Cheadle's back in. Jams him, goes back to the screen. Count is 0-1 on Falcon. Down and in the dirt. Oh, the runner advances on the ball in the dirt, and he gets over there. So, is it a pass, ball, or wild pitch? Wild pitch. Runner advances into scoring position now. Nice base run. So now with one down, Mackie has an opportunity for an RBI with a single. In the dirt yet again, but this time he blocks it. No advance on the base pass. Count is 2 balls and 1 strike on Mackie.
Ball 3.
3-1 hitters count.
Count is 3-1.
Chadwick on deck. Smashes it into right field for a base hit, and he makes the turn. He's coming home. Strong throw, cutoff man. Not in time. It's an RBI single for Falcon, and the score is 9-3.
Now batter, number 22.
Black Panther's up. He's 2 for 4. Runner at first, 1 down. And he's late on the fastball for strike 1. And he just gets a piece of the slider. Count is no balls and 2 strikes. Falcon leads off first. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. And he hits it high and deep. He's going back to the wall. He's on the warning track. He makes the catch for the second out. Throws a little wide, but the runner does not advance. 2 down here in the bottom of the 8th. Chris Evans is 0 for 3. He steps up there. His batting average is wallowing under 200. Down and in, ball 1. And he pulls it foul. Count evens 1 ball and 1 strike on captain. And he skies it the other way, but right there is the outfielder who makes the catch to retire the side. So, last licks for the San Francisco Giants. They need 6 runs to tie as we go to the top of the 9th. So, Brett Boone steps up. He's 0 for 3 today. Josh Brolin is in there still for his 2nd inning of work. And he smashes it high and deep. It is gone. First pitch is gone. It's 9-4 after the solo home run by Brett Boone. His 3rd of the season. Here's the replay. Just snuck it inside that foul pole. Crushed it. Just wanted to make sure it wouldn't go foul. Here's the replay. Right over the top of that foul pole. Whoop. So before we go any further, since it's a 5-run ball game, let's get Stan Lee on. Stan Lee is our setup. In there at the knees for strike one. Splitter at the knees, strike two. Swing and a miss in the dirt. Strike him out, throw him out. Evans to RBJ, and there's one away here in the ninth. The line for Star-Lord, 7 1/3, 6 hits, only 1 earned run. Hey, listen, he is in line for a victory. It'll be his second victory of the season. And he pulls it down the line for strike one. Jimenez is 0 for 3. And he slices it foul and into the seats. And suddenly, the count is no balls and 2 strikes. And it's this one high and deep. It's in the corner. It curves into the seats. Count is 0 and 2. Swing and a miss, strike 3, and they are down to their final out.
Now batting.
Gurriel is 0 for 3. He represents the final out.
Gurriel.
And he chops the curveball at the plate. Count is 0 and 1. Grounds it back through the box, up the middle, and through into center field for a base hit. And with 2 outs here in the ninth, they get a single from Gurriel.
Now batting.
So Shea Langolier is up. He's 1 for 3. And he lines it foul. Strike 1. Oh, that one's gonzo. Woohoo! And just like that, it's 9-6. It's a 3-run ball game all of a sudden. That's first Major League home run from Langoliers. His first, obviously. It's only a 3-run ball game. Brolin can't seem to get out of this inning. You can't snap your fingers, huh? Oh, that was cheesy. Couldn't help myself. Can't snap your fingers and make them disappear. Boom. So next up is Tony Gwynn. All right, I'll let him go one more batter. And he catches it to end the inning and retire the side and end the ball game. It's the first of a 3-game set against the San Francisco Giants. Is a victory for the Avengers, 9-6. Chris Pratt gets the win. Let's do this the right way. So, the Hollywood Avengers, 9 runs, 15 hits, 2 errors. San Francisco Giants, 6 runs, 9 hits, 1 error. Chris Pratt gets the win. Mike Minor gets the loss. Unbelievably, they gave Josh Brolin the save. And Tom Holland went 3 for 4 with a homer. He is the player of the game. Anthony Mackie also went 4 for 4, and Don Cheadle went 3 for 4. So lots of hits going around the team. So that was a presentation of Avengers Baseball. Thank you for joining me. I am RC Robbin. Hopefully you'll like this video and subscribe to the channel. If you like video games, there will be more to come. Right now I'm on a little bit of a baseball fix. But it will not only be just baseball, and the main purpose of this channel is Dungeons and Dragons, which we play on Monday nights. Hopefully you'll give us a look. Usually it's 6 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. But in any event, this has been Avengers Baseball. Thank you so much for watching, and have yourself a great day.